Hi guys! Now, I think for this year, I'm not going to do plan with me videos. And I'll tell you a couple of reasons why. So this Hobonichi cousin avec. Now, the reason I got the avec because I was planning on it being a catch-all for my business, my personal, for everything. And if I was carrying it about, I didn't want the chunk of the cousin. But things changed, and of course they did. Things changed, and I kind of wish I'd got the cousin now, because this is just my memory keeper for the year. So this isn't even in a cover. It's just in a little plastic cover, that's it. This stays on my desk, and I just do a bit of daily journaling and my weeklies. So, because I was messing around with, so last year I did buy a cousin, and I did the first 6 months of the year, but then I started traveling around, moving around. It was too heavy, so I managed to get hold of the second half of the avec, so this size one, and it took me a couple of months to kind of work out how I wanted to use it. And then I decided that I didn't want all my business and personal all together. I wanted it separate. So I managed to get hold of, in plenty of time, the Take a Note, which is just, let me find a blank page. It's just like the weekly section of the Hobonichi, but it's spread over 4 pages, and you get like a catch-all weekly dashboard, and then you get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, again all time blocked, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's just kind of like that with monthly bits at the top at the beginning. And so I didn't want to be writing everything down necessarily twice, which I probably will, but I'm doing it differently. But the main reason why I struggle with plan with me is because I'm left-handed. Let me find a blank to show you. So sticking stickers and things is great this way round for people to see, but when I write, I turn the book like this, and I write like this, and it's a lot of this and this and this. And honestly, I have 3 self-employed jobs. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to necessarily, at the end of every night, fill it in and record it and then mash all of those videos together into one. I think I'd rather just, I don't like the pressure of having to do that. I'd rather just do it in my own time as I need to do it, and then I will come and do a flip through and I'll show you, and yeah. So let's do a little roundup. So my A5 cousin avec, I've printed out the full year of the freebies from the Coffee Monster Co, and I kind of love that, and I have it kind of up on my desk just up there, so I can just pull it out and be like, oh, I know, need a date, it's there. I have the Take a Note, which is in a cover because it does come out and about with me. Is basically mostly for business, but kind of what I'm doing. There's no stickers, there's not really any decoration or anything. It's just have a pen with me, write stuff down. And if I haven't got space to take that, I've got my weeks. It's all very yellow. And again, no stickers or anything. It's just all pen on paper. And then, so those are working at the minute. That's fine, and it's actually quite a small amount. I do have, this is just in a cover, it doesn't quite fit. I need to make a fresh cover for this. So I've got the 5-year in A5. And last year I was pretty good at, not so much towards, I think I kind of got to November, and did some in November, but I was away for 2.5 months. Oh no, I did do some in December. But yeah, so that was pretty good. Most days have something. But as you can see, there's nothing for 2023 yet. I lied, there might be about the first week. First week is as far as I've got. So I do want to update that, but I'm just it's ridiculous how many hours at the minute I'm working, and I haven't got time to do that. But I will at some point try and keep up with that. And then I have the A6 version, which is strictly going to be, I got this kind of, I don't know, like August or something last year. So this one is strictly going to be like happy, grateful, what I'm grateful for, something happy that happened that day. So it's like a happy thing. And I did, back in August. Some of them are just short little things. There isn't necessarily, but again, I wasn't really fully invested in it yet. But I did start, I think I had it while I was away and when I was in the hotel. Although I made a boo-boo and started on the wrong line. And just, I did it twice, a few bits in there. So I do want to catch up with that. But I think these are, because I write everything down, literally everything I'm doing, time blocked for the day in the Take a Note planner, I can transfer it when I need to. When I have a little bit of time, I need a bit of me time, sit down. So let's have a look at the Take a Note and basically see what I'm doing with it. So all of my planners this year have this planner belongs to, and then I made myself some little stickers and a 2023 sticker. And that was a cute little vinyl sticker I found at some festival. I thought, oh, I like that. I'm going to put that in a planner. I haven't worked out what to do. I feel like this would be the ultimate habit tracker, but for like 2 things. I've not yet worked out what I want to do with that, but I think I want to utilise it. And then literally just like a flat lay of 6 months is great. So it's showing me where big events that are coming up that I'm, so for example, this Glamp Fest is a market. I'm trading and camping for like 4 nights and 4 days. But I'm also going to be away here and some bits here. So basically I've got to start thinking. I like to be able to see when do I need to start thinking about things. I've had some atelier appointments. I was away, didn't even really start my year properly till the middle of January. So yeah, I like that. And I like that it's all in one book. And then the monthlies are great as well. I have a colour system for different colours mean like theatre work, my leather work and my VA work, because I'm also a virtual assistant. So yeah, love that. And I love that there's quite a bit of space all the way around the edge, which works for me. Like the layout of that. And then we get into the weekly. So it started like the last week of December, and I was literally at pantomime. So you get up, you go to pantomime, you work pantomime, you come home, you maybe watch an hour of TV and you go to bed. So it's not very exciting. I did put like a little sticker in there, but and in the beginning I wasn't sure. It was a brand new planner. I wanted to try it out, see what it was like. So it's a bit empty. And then I started utilising this kind of Monday needs to do this, jobs, tasks for each day. But I also have this space at the top because realistically I'm not getting up at 6, 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. So there's this big chunk at the top where I can write in tasks maybe. I'm still testing it out, playing with it. So yeah, that was still panto. I've actually finished one panto. And I was planning on coming home and being home this week. But I ended up having to go and do another 2 weeks of panto down in Plymouth, miles and miles away. So again, it's panto. There's not a lot to do, a lot to write down. So I expected that. And then this was kind of my first week back. And yeah, I kind of started doing a few bits, and then I think I probably had a meltdown because of how much I had to do. But then I started colour coding, which I quite like, the different colours to represent different things. And then I started adding tasks. There was a big project of my tax return. And then kind of I did 2 years at the same time. I did and submitted 2021 to 22, and then I kind of got updated, got myself QuickBooks, got everything reconciled, ready to be able to submit in April. for this year, get it done early. Yeah, so then I've kind of been splitting up my days, and then I'm actually doing a third panto, so there's been a lot of production work on that, so I wanted to kind of split up to show the time I'm spending, which I just do with the little arrow to show. And actually what I like about it is you do get 2 blocks for an hour, so that's good, so you can split it up. And then yeah, I kind of got more into the groove of it, and as you can see, I'm kind of working 9-10 a.m. till 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and then this is essentially my sleep time at the top, which then becomes notes and tasks for the day, which works really well. So yeah, so I like that. Keeps track, it's simple, it's not going to bulk up massively. It's just kind of like a brain dump, organized, time blocking. It's an essential thing to keep my brain in check. While I'm here, actually, the paper is different it is Tomoe River paper, but I'm guessing it's thicker, so I'm guessing it's the 68, not the 52. And my fountain pens write slightly different. There's a bit more feedback than there is in the Hobonichi Tomoe River paper, and honestly, I've swapped out for just one of the Muji gel pens because it dries way quicker, because I am constantly flipping and I don't have time to sit and wait for something to dry. And the Mujis you can still highlight over with Tombows, so that works for me. So yeah, that's calling it my business planner. And then kind of in conjunction with that is, it doesn't really matter what goes in here. Again, you've got your little planner belongs to 2023. Again, stuff that's going on during the month. And then this is literally, yeah, pantomime, rehearsals, production week, bits and pieces we did. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with this. I started doing some tracking. I might continue it, I might not. This doesn't necessarily get eyesight every single day. That one does. This one is good for if I'm out and about, because I've got the notes pages at the back. I can just write stuff down, like somebody rang me about coming to an appointment, and it's just easy for that. So then I started kind of, I don't know, this was just a free-for-all. I was trying to do breakfast, lunch, dinner at the bottom in teeny tiny, and I don't know if I love it or not. So yeah, this is just kind of a flip through. And then I decided I was blocking everything off, and I think it kind of looks cool, but also time consuming. I did that, obviously that lasted all of 1 week, because I ditched it the next week. That's when I ditched the tracker, actually. Last week. And then we're on this week. But I like having a running things that I need to do. And then that's next week. So yeah, that's just a really minimalist, functional. I've got index pages for a few bits. Like I've got some decluttering stuff I wanted to do, some wants. I was trying to work out what I wanted to do with that page on the weekly, and it's just some ideas that I left in there. I left a blank page for spares. Stationery no spend, journaling in my 5-year. As you can see, I only got up as far as the 10th of January to actually marking it. So self-care time, I'm really not good at self-care time. As you can see, I've had 1 self-care day this year so far. And days off as well. I've had 3 days off this year. Since kind of since I left for Panto, really. TV shows. So I'm kind of just listing the show and season that I might see an advert for, oh, The Witcher season 3 is being released in, I don't know when, and then I leave this little column at the end blank and I tick it once I've watched it, because I do like, that's probably a bit of self-care time for me, really, is those. And movies, so movies that I know are coming out that I want to watch. And then it's just notes, that's it. It's not really, haven't utilised it yet. So yeah, and that can just be chucked in. Again, I've opted for a Muji gel pen. Yeah, it works. Don't have to worry about waiting for drying. And then we get to the star of the show, the pretty. And this is the thing, now that I've made a decision that it's just going to stay at home and be on the desk, I can bulk it out a bit. I think next year I'll definitely get a cousin if I can, if this still, yeah. So I've kind of saved my stickers for the holidays and things, because all the stickers are going in this notebook, so I just thought I may as well leave them there and I can run through them each month and put them in. As you can see, I went a little sticker happy. My word of the year is balance, because I need to find a work-life balance. I love these. Basically, these came out just after Dave and I built my little studio. I feel like I need to show it to you so you can see how cute it is. So it's basically, it's like this with two little mushrooms. Hold up, let me see if I can do a little video and insert it here. Okay guys, so I'm stood outside the house and I've got these little stepping stones to my little workshop. I'm trying to video and not fall over. So yeah, this is my little studio, my atelier with the little mushrooms. That one got a bit trashed in, I think it fell over in the wind, so I need to work on that. But I just love, and I may as well show you my space while I'm here. So we open up and there is my, so this is my leather working workshop. And then this is kind of like my admin space and everything. And then this is where I'm recording my videos. So yeah. So yes, I'm back. Can you understand now why I love these stickers? They fit perfectly with my little project that we did last summer. And then obviously I've stuck them down. I also wanted to use the little packages from the advent, so I just kind of stuck that down as a, I'm not bothered about seeing 2024 really, so I stuck it down, but I haven't put anything in it yet. But also it's only January, so we'll see. I'm on a no spend for February, but back in December, very early January, I did order the whole Coffee Monster Co subscription fiasco that went. I tried to order the parcel sub from Suteki, from Amy at Suteki Stickers, and it sold out in like 45 seconds. So what I did do is I ordered the kind of catch-all that had the stickers and the subs for June, and I thought I'm just gonna leave it to kind of settle out, and just be like, oh, I'm gonna have something exciting arrive in June. So yeah, we'll see. And then, so this one has got full 12 months, but I will be moved into the second half of this book by then. So I yeah. And again, I just need to know, I just like, yeah, Valentine's Day, birthdays, things that I'm working on. And then, so this was my December that I did last year, and I wanted to decorate it because I'm a bit of a don't like to leave blank pages, so I did that. Obviously I was just at Panto for the whole month, so it's not very exciting. I think I need to zoom in a smidge. There we go. And then ta-da, this is my January, and it's chaotic, but this isn't the first time of me trying the monthly kits, and I kind of love them. And yeah. So yeah, kind of flip through. And when I was away, I got a little bit bored, so I in my free time, so I went through and I just wanted to sticker. Do you know, like Dave thinks it's funny, and he'll be like, "Are you stickering?" And I'm like, "Yes." And it soothes my soul. I love stickering. So I went through and stickered a whole bunch of, I stickered the first 6 months basically, and did them all ready to go. May and June. And then I've got my ultimate sticker book. I've just done a video on that. I will link it. So what I've done is, in here, I've got all the leftovers. So these are the leftovers from January, which I'll probably end up consolidating. And then I can literally just go to which month I want. And ta-da, all the extra little bits are there. And then I guess maybe at the end of the month I'll consolidate them and move them into their respective section. We'll see. I love this. So yeah, so in previous years I just really didn't utilize this. So yeah. July, I'm just going to do July in the second half. And then we move into Stickerific, Colorific. So this was the last week of December. That was my last week of the first pantomime I did. And apparently I got doodly and we were working on Peter Pan, the pantomime, so I did some doodles. I even did some sparkly time blocking there. And yeah. So when I did this, I did all of the woohoo, happy 2023. I was supposed to be going home that day. But I didn't. We went out for a couple of beers here, and then we were in bed by 1 o'clock in the morning because we had to drive all the way down from Darlington to Plymouth. It was I don't know, it was stupid o'clock at night when we got there. Because I did another pantomime, and this one was Sleeping Beauty. And I was excited to use the new Advent washi. So I kind of went with a blue theme. So yeah, a lot of these for a while are going to look the same because I literally just did pantomimes and then had a little bit at the beginning, a little bit at the end, and maybe a day off for some bits. And I really wanted to get back into tracking. I've always kind of tracked my sleep. Sometimes I tracked work hours, but I think because I was doing quite a lot of steps, there was a lot of walking because I didn't have a car with me. I was just in a hotel, and the hotel was so warm that I kind of went out and did some walking and then went to a show, went back, did some walking, went to a show. And yeah, so I was kind of like, oh, I really want to manifest that. I'll walk more and track my steps. And then that was the last week of Plymouth Pantomime, and there was this awesome, I can't remember what it was called. It was like a sweet treats place, and I went and got, because it was Dave and I's anniversary there, I went and got this ice cream sundae, and it was awesome. And I think I may have had another one in that week, so I went for a sweet treats week, pink, and tracked all of my things. Very pretty, and I just love looking back at these. And then on the Sunday, Dave came to pick me up. Well, stayed overnight. Then we had breakfast and we thought we're never going to be this far south again. We're not planning to be this far south again. So let's go to Land's End. So we did. We went to Land's End. Got some chicken nuggies on the way home. Went to Gloucester Services. We love Gloucester Services because it's like a proper farm shop as opposed to just your bog standard services. And then we got home at 10, 11 o'clock at night. And then this is my first week back, having done an extra 2 weeks away from home. So obviously I've got all the washing to do. And the first thing I did was I had a little live with my VA client, and then caught up with her, and then washing, and then hang it all up and clean and organise the bedroom and pack up. Oh, I decided I was going to, I had all these bin bags full of donations that I did last year, and they've just sat behind the bedroom door for a year. So I did a kind of KonMari style, sort out my clothes and everything, pack them all up, and then we actually took them, when did we drop them off? We took them the next day and took them to the charity shop. And then I just caught up some planning, and I got the digitals, the Coffee Monster Co. printables, the digitals back when I was away, but I didn't have a printer, so I did a whole big print them all off, and that's one of them there, which I thought was quite cool. And then Dave convinced me to start watching Star Trek. And I'm not really a Trekkie, but now I am. I'm fully invested in it. And we had snow, which was awesome, but also a bit of a pain at the same time. So the first couple of days, well, like the first 2 days, was just kind of get back adjusted to the real world, because I've been in Pantoland since the 28th of November. So I had to there was a little adjustment time there. So I did a bit of admin work and Star Trek on an evening. But then unfortunately, or fortunately, on the Sunday, I started working on a third pantomime, which is a little local Amdram one that we help out with, and it's fantastic, and I love it. I just think I'd love it more if I hadn't already done 2 pantomimes beforehand. And then last week, I decided I needed a rainbow week. Yay. But you will notice, when I'm working pantomimes, my steps are at like 10 to 15,000, around that. Again. And then the minute I came home, because there's so much admin work to catch up on, it kind of started off good for the week and then all went downhill. And then last week was essentially nothing until Saturday, when I had to go out. So, and ironically, the sleep was awful until the day after I went out. And then there's a correlation, I think, between the amount of work hours and sleep and steps. So I have less steps and less sleep on the higher hours, and then on the day I don't necessarily do proper work, I have better sleep and higher steps. So we'll keep an eye on that. But I like that, and it's a good use of space, and I can use different colours, and yeah. I love these little flappies. So the first thing, Monday's job was my tax return, and I did it. And Dave and I decided we were taking the day together, and I did mine and he was still working on his. So then I moved on to this year's, and I got QuickBooks, and I basically loaded all the transactions in for the last 10 months, and started working on a big reconciliation, which took till here. But everything adds up, and I'm good to go. So yeah, happy with that. And then we're working on more panto stuff, and then this is a busy day. Oh yeah, so I had some happy mail, and did a bunch of workshop stuff, some content, some admin. And then this day had planned to be a workshop day. However, I was sat doing admin, and I heard the biggest crash from upstairs. Now, Dave wasn't here. Yeah, Dave was away, so I know it definitely wasn't him. So I ran upstairs to see what was going on, and my entire wardrobe rail had just snapped in half, and everything that I had read the week before, it all was just a mess. So, yeah. So then I had to go out on Saturday morning, and I went to Argos, and I got some rails, and had to reorganise the entire blooming bedroom to make it work. I had someone come to the atelier at the same time. I put some washing on, and then I kind of went out to I got some new towels and did a quick food shop, and then I was kind of done. And Dave and I did a bit, he got home from work late. We did some TikToking and went to bed. And so that's why my sleep was really good. And then back to work on the Sunday. Panto stuff. So yeah, I am loving these arrows. Now I can draw a straight line, I can draw an arrow, and that's fine. But unless you use a really thick pen, they don't really stand out. Whereas I love how much they stand out. So that's probably going to be a constant. I feel like I just need a subscription of arrow stickers for the month or something. So yeah, that's as far as I've got. Because I was like, oh, I know that I didn't want to record each day separately at the end of the day, because I do then do a lot of other videos and things for my Leathercrafts, so I didn't want to have to try and sit down at the end of the night and at the end of the week and dig out all the videos. So I just kind of didn't do anything. But now I've decided I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do the week and then maybe do a video and talk you through the week. Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, guys, that's where I'm at. Oh, dailies. It's just a lot of, I need to finish off my 2023 goals. These are all the digitals. So I need to finish that. I haven't quite worked out what I'm going to do with my overview page for each month, but I have put in the little Scrabble text things. I've done it for all the way through, but I need to work out what I'm going to do with that. So yeah, I started off, and then I was away, and there was some time where I was just sat. I had to be like vigilant and ready to work, but I wasn't doing anything, so I just kind of did a lot of journaling, which was great. And I kind of like splitting it up, and yeah. Oh, I got a new HP sprocket, but I went for the Sprocket Select, which is slightly bigger, and actually they're quite a bit bigger to the old smaller sizes. So yes, there's just a lot of, and I quite like the look of it actually. At first I was like, oh, this needs to be all decorated and all pretty, but I don't know, I quite like it as it is. And then I did like a little woohoo, all the things I've been doing. And then Dave and I went to Land's End at the end of Panto, which is cool. Now, I do love the new sprocket, but I feel like actually maybe I should have got the smaller one because it takes up a lot of space. And then obviously this is me getting back. And I did do a bit of journaling, a bit of stickering. But then I don't know, maybe I'd run out of oomph. And that's a lot of blank space. And that's as far as I got. So I haven't done anything for this week, so I need to work out what I'm going to do for that. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I'm not going to feel like I'm so busy. It's just who I am as a person. I like to be busy. I take on things. I probably do need to keep you updated with my undyed, various shades of undyed. Yeah, I don't have the time to do full on, awesome, epic videos. This is me. If I do a video, I'm just gonna do it, put it together, put it online, and yeah, if you watch it, great. If you don't, then that's neither here or there. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything, you want me to go into anything, you need links for anything, put it down below, and I'll get back to you. And I have no plan for what I'm going to do next, but I'm very impulsive, so I'll just do something and upload it. So yeah, I am recording this on Saturday. I'm hoping to get it up on Saturday, so I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.